We start into this review with the dimensions of the BMW R 1250 GS. Stefan here has already some trouble by just sitting on the bike because he's got very short legs. The bike is very, very big. Me, I'm 184. I don't have any trouble, but yeah, the bike is really, really big. The length is 2 meters and 20, the seat height 805 millimeters, and the wheelbase 152. The weight of the bike, including everything, is about 250 kilograms. And yeah, the tank has a fuel capacity of about 20 liters, so the range is 400 kilometers, so that's very good for an adventure bike. Yeah, we're going to have a short look on the control elements and the display of the BMW R 1250 GS. On the right hand side you've got this SOS eCall button, the starter switch on, and on the left hand you have many buttons here, for instance menu controls, ABS, the horn, the light switches, tempomat, and so on. And it really takes some time to get used to the control elements of the BMW R 1250 GS. Yeah, the display of the BMW R 1250 GS is a modern one, a TFT colored display with many colors, and its size is 6.5 inch. And yeah, it's very flexible. You can configure anything you want. It shows a lot of information, which makes it also a little bit complicated. At least in the beginning, you need some time to get used to it, but then it will give you a lot of information. You can connect your device, your smartphone, with a bike, and there's a special app from BMW, as you can see here, that shows a lot of further information of the bike, of the status, and you can also send navigation information from your smartphone into the display. This is a very lean and simple navigation, but better than nothing. I think I'm going to show some examples. Here's the navigation menu, and yeah, as you can see here, some arrows, and it shows you the distance and where you need to go, and also you can get audio information of this smartphone navigation. Yeah, the home screen of the display of the BMW R 1250 GS gives you a lot of information. Here on the bottom, for instance, you see the status of the grip heating that you can change into 3 modes, off, 1 and 2. And then you have the odometer, the gear indicator, the riding modes on the top, on the right top, and then the fuel capacity, the reach, board computer information, trip average consumption. Then you have a clock and temperature, and these are the controls of the electronic suspension of the BMW R 1250 GS. You can change the damping just by clicking on a button on the left hand side. Yeah, it looks all very interesting and nice, but it's a lot of information, and from time to time you will see that you are not looking on the street like you have to do normally, instead of looking on the display, because it's very, sometimes for me a little bit confusing. I like more analog instruments, but for the ones of you who are interested in connecting the smartphones and clicking and doing fancy tech stuff, you will have a lot of fun with this bike. Yeah, the lighting features of the BMW R 1250 GS are really modern. LED overall, you've got this LED normal light, and the daytime running light is also an LED. There's also a curving light that you can order optionally, and also the back is LED technique. Looks very fancy and makes, in my opinion, a very good job. So no problems with the lighting features on the BMW R 1250 GS. Yeah, the most important difference between the 1250 GS and its predecessor, the BMW R 1200 GS, is without any doubt the engine. It now has a lot more power and a shift cam technology. It's a 2-cylinder boxer, water cooled, with 136 horsepower and 143 Newton meter of torque. A very, strong engine that makes a lot of fun, and the max speed is about 220 kilometers per hour and has a 6-speed transmission carbon drive, an anti-hopping clutch and a 2-way quick shifter, and the consumption is about, not more than 5 liters. Yeah, we always do also an acceleration test from 0 to 60 miles per hour also with this big bike. I've put this bike into the dynamic throw mode and the traction control is off, so I have the best power I can get, and let's see how long it takes to come to 60 miles. Yes, that was about 3.8 seconds. I think the normal speed could be 3.5 seconds to 60 miles, so it's a very quick bike. It really has a lot of power, and probably you saw that during the second gear I came up with the front wheel a little bit. Yeah, also the acceleration from 40 to 60 miles per hour is very good with the BMW R1250 GS. I'm now in the 5th gear, and in a moment I'm doing this acceleration from 40 to 60, and it takes it about 3.1 seconds, so it's very torquey, this great bike. Yeah, the brake equipment on the BMW R1250 GS is also quite good. On the front we've got a bolted 4-piston fixed saddle and a double disc with 305 millimeters, and in the back you've got a 2-piston floating saddle with a single disc with 275 millimeters, and the BMW R1250 GS comes with a semi-integral ABS that is standard, and here you see a short braking test of ourselves. Yeah, so how does it feel riding the BMW R1250 GS? I'm going to give you my personal driving impressions of this bike. First of all, the seating position. This is very comfortable, typical for an adventure bike. I think you can do very long journeys with the BMW R1250 GS without getting tired. Yeah, it's also a very active seating position and makes a lot of fun. The windshield, by the way, is adjustable, so you can flip it down or up, and that's also a very practical and, in my opinion, very important issue. Yeah, the handling of the bike was quite a surprise to me, because before the test, before the review, I thought it could not be very nimble because it's a big bike. It's quite heavy and so on. But the opposite is the case. This bike is really, it's quite nimble, and it makes a lot of fun to drive it around curves. Yeah, the most impressive thing on this bike for me is without any doubt the engine. It's a very powerful bike. You do have power all day long, and also this new shift cam technology is something that you don't recognize during your drive. When you're changing from slow to fast, there's no clock or no change or nothing. So very impressive, this technology, and you do have power whenever you need. So it's a lot of fun if you want to drive a little bit faster. Yeah, there's two things that I don't like very much on this new BMW R1250 GS. One is, the first thing is the sound. Normally I like boxer engines, the sounding of boxer engines, but in this case, I don't know why, maybe it's the Akraprovic muffler that is installed on this bike. I didn't like it very much. And the second is the price. This bike is quite expensive, especially if you decide to choose the many packages that you can order with this bike. Then you are very fast at about more than $20,000. So yeah, the BMW R1250 GS is everything, but it's not a cheap bike. Yeah, this was our short review of the BMW R1250 GS. I hope you liked this video. If so, please give us a thumb up, leave a message, leave a comment, and I hope to see you soon. Have a good day. Thank you, and bye bye.